What a nice, quiet morning. I was just about to go get my usual breakfast. A Coke and a hot dog. Well, today it's a little bit of a special day. Well, not special in that case, because Drake is here and is showing off their ships. But not in the usual sense as they have done before, like so where was that? Not that way. Maybe down here. Oh yes. Seem to remember this corner down here. The bar is closed. Here we are. Oh. Hey, oh well, not a hot dog this time, but it will do. It seems I must go hungry then. I'll try later on. But you know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Oh well. No matter how noisy it is, this city really is beautiful. So, off to the convention center. Once again. Oh yes. So, this is a bit of a special occasion, because up until now, all the ships that has been part of the... Let's run, so we can get it. Oh. There we are. Sit down. Oh yes. All the ships that has been part of the exhibit up until this point has been to some extent invited by the UEE Navy. So the fleet, the Navy. But Drake has not been. So instead they have sort of created their own little special convention exhibit, whatever you want to call it. And that is what we are off to now. Now, one ship I'm particularly interested in taking a closer look at is the Drake Caterpillar. It's a transport ship, just like my Max. It's just bigger. Much bigger. It can hold roughly 5 times the cargo that Max can currently. So I'm especially excited to see that ship. I'm also especially excited for getting some breakfast, but well, when the system's down, the systems are down. That's just the way it is. Okay. I already bought us tickets, so we don't need it. So Drake, there's sort of a... I don't know much about them. I know that they have been... Well, a little bit like the bad boy in the schoolyard, right? They sort of been regarded as... Well, to say it out frankly, they've been accused or are known for to consort with pirates. In that sense that they have been known for supplying pirates with ships, particularly the... Oh well, maybe it's not here. I thought it was here. Oh well. So not the convention center. Oh. Thought I could buy something. I'm going to try to ask someone. You just stay here. Excuse me, can you help me out? Yes, thank you. Okay, I found out that it should be at Area 18, so maybe we should go and take a look there. Let's see if we can make it. Yeah, we made it. Let's see if we can find some signs or anything like that that can give us an idea. Not very helpful. See if it's at the center mass. Probably not, but let's try it out anyway. Nope, not there. And there's nothing else in here. Spectrum Unlimited. Funny name. Oh, while we're here. Crusader. Sounds cool. Apparently not. Maybe it could be a part of the Astra. Just maybe. Nice building. No. Doesn't seem like it. Let's try in zone 3. Well, that's what the sign says, so. Why do I have this sudden feeling that this is where we came from? Nope. Let's try this way. This may not be a terrible idea. Here we have cassava. Zone 2. This is where we came from. Phew. Finally managed to find it. Drake Interplanetary Defense Con. Event this way. Alright. I'll go this way then. Okay. Apparently I wasn't meant to see that. They're really fond of elevators here at Area 18. So all this running around and then it was, well, just where I landed the ship. Of course. What the heck was that? You sell shirts, you sell little models, but you don't sell any food. Oh, there it is. The Drake Caterpillar. That is the ship that I would like to have at one point. When I have scraped together just a little over 4 million. But look at it. This ship can certainly hold a lot of cargo. And the best thing is, I should be able to rent it for free. Let's see. Yeah. While it's going through, we can read this. I can read it. Alright, so the Drake Caterpillar. First introduced in 2871, Drake Interplanetary's Caterpillar has long proven to be a reliable, cost-effective multi-role vessel capable of being outfitted for everything from mercantile operations to combat support. Long hailed as a hard-fought alternative to the ubiquitous Hull series, the Caterpillar is a freighter that doesn't skimp on weaponry or customization. Oh, well, let's take a look inside while the ship is, the system is coughing. I think the entry should be here. Yeah, I have been at it before. That's the only downside to the Caterpillar, is that this is the only way in and out, so, well, it's not exactly a fast way. So if I'm not mistaken, this is the, well, it said habitation area. This is the module. These are the cargo modules. Let's try to open them. So as you can see, this is a really nice ship with really big cargo holds. Let me show you the other ones. So you can open up the doors here, so you can actually, if you wanted to, you could stand here and perform an attack or anything like that on people. Pretty cool, actually. But the other thing is, again, I wonder what it is. It seems to appear in certain places for reasons I don't really know. Alright, but let me show you the other. As you can see here also. And we have a catwalk up here. I can show you how to use that. Yeah, look at it. It can really hold some cargo. So all this space here, you can see here, up until here, will be filled up with cargo. You can't even enter the room here when it's filled up. Oh. Perhaps the door didn't work. There we go. Another room. And then the last front module here will also be filled up with cargo. So it can hold quite a lot. I think it's about 500 SCUs or something like that. It's a pretty big deal. Alright, so let me show you the catwalk up here. Follow me. There we are. So here's the turret access. You can also see you can actually retract it here if you want to open the door here. Here's the top turret. And when you want to check out the cargo or get from the habitation area of the ship down to here, you're using the this way here. That is the cockpit. This is where you control the ship. Yeah, I've been aboard one of these ships before, so I know my way around it. Here's up to an access point. If you want to connect with an EVA hatch, or connect to another ship. So here we have the center hallway. So here's the upper hallway. Here is a tractor beam area with a big canopy. So you can actually see a lot of what is going on from here. And you can help the pilot if he needs assistance on this side of the ship. Yeah, that's about it. Then we have the staircase down. This is where we came from, more or less. Here we have the upper hallway. So we have server access. If you want to use the servers, this is here. The jump drive access, it's in here. So as you can see, we would be able to open up into, but here is the jump drive access. At some point when we want to change the jump drive, it'll be in here. Then we have a ladder down to the engineering, but we're not going to go down there just yet. So here's one of the upper hallway. Here is the server access again. Sensor hallway. EVA access. This is where we came from. Stairway. So here we have the command access. This is the little side part you saw from down there. It is a completely separate ship from the rest of the Caterpillar. So you have two support stations here, and you can actually go down. Where you have a toilet. You have a stove, sink, table, and two beds. One there, one there. And then you have a tractor beam control station here, down here, below the cockpit. Let's go up. So I hope you can understand why I would really like to get this ship. It's a real workhorse, the EVA axis. Let's take the stairway down. Here we have the engineering axis. And if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around here we should also have the access point to the top. We should have the turret axis here. This is the downward facing turret. The ship does have some weapons for the pilot, but this is a big heavy ship, so I'm not sure how useful they are. Here are the bunks for the rest of the crew. So you have 2 bunks here, so 4 people can crew this ship. And well, that's it. Let's take the elevator down. So yeah, this is what I'm trying to save up to, so I can really get into the trading business. I've decided that this is what I want to. But I want to go and see an old friend. The Cutlass Black. This is really a nice ship. I'd like to state right now that I really honestly didn't sell the Cutlass because I grew tired of it or because I didn't want it and I didn't like it. Not at all. I simply just... Oh well, you could say that I didn't change it out because I thought it was a bad ship or that I didn't want to use it. Not at all. Not at all. I changed it out because I thought that I have somehow outgrown it. This is a fantastic ship for the money. No doubt about that at all. You get a multi-role ship that can do a lot of things, and I would always recommend people to get the Cutlass Black if they were in doubt. There are 2 other ships that I don't know much about other than they exist, so I'm gonna take a closer look at them now that I'm here. I'm talking about the Cutlass Blue and the Cutlass Red. So what I do know is that the Red is some sort of a medic ship, medevac, space ambulance if you will. And the blue should be some kind of strange police vehicle. So these don't have much cargo room. I think the only cargo room that you have is what you have here. So really not much. But you trade that off for 2 medic beds, treating stations. You get EVA access. Both sides. Beds here. And beds here, so 4 beds all in all. The cockpit is basically the same as you can see. But let me show you, if you get on into the seat, you actually have pretty good field of view all around you. So the only thing is the centerpiece here you have in front of you. It's a little annoying. It's a little in the way. But other than that, so yeah, I suppose that's the Cutlass Red. It doesn't have it has a bathroom and a toilet here instead of the turret access. Because it has a searchlight on top instead of a weapons turret. So that was the Cutlass red. Here's the blue. You can even see it with the red and blue lights. It's a police vehicle. So it does have the top turret. It does have hard-hitting weapons, advanced weaponry. But instead of having a cargo hold, it is equipped with storage cells for criminals instead. So it seems that they almost put them in some sort of stasis or something like that. Not sure about it. Only 2 beds, because the crooks, criminals aren't going to be interested. You have the access to the turret here and the beds, and here the cockpit does look a little different. Let me just show you when we get into the cockpit. So as you can see, it is glass all the way around, so there's no fuselage or anything like that hindering your sight. So it does have a little bit better visual than the red and black. And just like all the Cutlass ships, they have a radar intercept officer seat, where you honestly does seem to have a better visual sight, better sighting than you do from the pilot seat. But well, suppose that's the way it is with these ships. I don't understand why they have placed the pilot where they have, but well, I'm not a Drake engineer, so. Here we have a ship I don't seem to recall ever have seen before. I've seen it fly around, but that's it. Nothing more than that. But I believe it's called the Herald. Yeah, it's supposed to be some sort of data transporter ship. But look at it, it looks funny. It looks like some sort of buck, something like that. Honestly, in my opinion, it looks just like a cockpit with 2 huge engines on it. So I don't want to rent it. I just want to see if I can find a way inside it. I would expect that you would get in from this door here somehow. Yeah, of course. So it is actually pretty okay big. It's definitely a one-man ship. There's only one bunk as far as I can see. Yeah. Then you have the data station here. Let's just see what we can do here for not much. And the pilot seat here. So this is sort of a data miner or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can just jump out. Yeah. There we go. Over here is, well, I've spent a bit of time trying to get acquainted with all these Drake ships because I wanted to get the caterpillar here. So over here we have one of the smaller fighters. I believe it's called the Buccaneer, something like that. But I'm not sure about it. Yeah, it was the Buccaneer. I want to read a little bit about that. So the Buccaneer has been designed from the ground up to fly and fight the way you live. No leather interiors or hyper pillows here. The Buck is a scrapper designed to maneuver and fight above its weight class. The rough and tumble frontier fighter can be maintained in the worst of conditions in order to keep real working space crews alive. I suppose that's cool. So, one thing that Drake does have, of course, beside, you can see there that the little cockpit area for the caterpillar, it actually has 2 engines, and that's because when Drake decides to implement this feature in the ship the right way, you should be able to detach the cockpit area here from the ship and then use that as a little fighter or escape vehicle or whatever you want to do. But Drake hasn't done that yet. I hope they do it soon, because it would be a nice feature to have in that ship, since it is a big top to fly around. It's actually quite maneuverable for a ship that size, but still, it is a big ship. No doubt about that. So, just like always, they have, we can buy a Drake shirt or a Drake cap if you want to do that. You can even buy a little model herald. I don't want to do that. In here, they should have some displays. Now here is, what is that? It looks like a bicycle of some sort. Motorcycle, strange looking motorcycle. Of course, as always, there's weapon on it, but let me see. The Drake Dragonfly. The Drake Dragonfly is the perfect snuff ship for anyone looking to live on the edge. With nothing separating the pilot from the dangers of space, the Dragonfly is as much an adventure as a ship. Dual mode conversion allows the Dragonfly to operate on the ground or in space, and a rear-facing second seat means you can even take a passenger. Oh. Suppose that's okay, cool. Well, let's go take a look at some of the other ships that they have on display here. These are too big to put into the hall out here, but here we have, what's that? Oh, I can read it here. The Drake Interplanetary Vulture. There's no denying it, winning can be a messy business. When your fleet of Drake ships is done laying waste to the latest batch of outlaws who were foolhardy enough to tangle with you and your people, there's going to be no shortage of wreckage to wade through. So it's a sort of a reclaimer ship. Ah, I see. Cool. But it looks like it's sort of a small version of it. You have the... Well, that depends, right? Is that the cockpit there? Straight in front? Or is the cockpit somewhere on the side, like up there? It's a bit hard to see actually how big the Vulture is, and it doesn't say. Well, let's see if there's something else to look at. So what do we have here? The Drake Interplanetary Corsair. We at Drake Interplanetary know that sometimes defense isn't just about protecting what's yours. Sometimes it's about striking out and facing the unknown head on. How can you ever be truly safe if you don't know what threat is waiting beyond the next mountain range, moon, or jump point? Ah, Thanks to a large hull capable of stowing a small vehicle and specially designed asymmetric convertible wings, the Corsair adapts gracefully to unfamiliar atmospheres, combat situations, and hard landing zones. Ah. So it's some sort of a dropship kind of thing. It seems to be reasonable big because in there you have the canopy for the pilot. So that is definitely a big ship. Oh, that's it here. Let's try the other side, see what's in there. I have been told that Drake Interplanetary should be working on some sort of carrier ship of sorts, but I can't remember the name, so I was hoping that they had it on display somewhere here. Yeah, that's it. I can recognize the shape. So what is it called? Let's see. The Drake yes, of course, the Kraken. The Kraken has been released, and that means one thing. There's no putting it back. This attack carrier has changed the way militias operate forever, and when it comes to personal defense, there's one thing you never want to be: falling behind. A protector and a beacon of freedom in an often cruel universe, Drake Interplanetary has made this capital class ship available to all those tasked with safekeeping those unable to protect themselves. The Kraken is both a sanctuary and a self-contained war machine ready to take on the most daunting adversaries. So this is... look at that. That is one cool ship. I think the bridge should be somewhere around here, maybe that little advanced strut there. So you have hangars here. You have landing pads on top of it. You have weapons all around it. Turrets and all that jazz. Lots of engines. 4 smaller engines and 4 big engines. That is one cool ship. Maybe that is smaller hangars there. I'm not sure about that. It could be it. And then you have these outwings, whatever they are. They seem to be holding a engine that can help it when it has to land. Perhaps that is missiles base, those 4 holes there. I don't know anything about this ship other than what I've heard. It seems that there should be a turret there, but without any and front advanced turret. I'm not sure whether those there, I'm staring at them right now, are weapons or what they are. But it is a cool ship, definitely. Alright. I suppose that's it. Thank you for joining me here at the Fleet Week. It's nice to have company once in a while. And yeah. You never told me where you're from, actually. Oh. You don't want to tell. Suppose that's okay. Yeah, it's just I'm a bit curious about where people are from. The people that I spend time together with. And I've spent some time together with you now. Quite a long time, actually. But I don't know much about you. I would like to know more about you. So please feel free to tell me about yourself. You can't. Well, fair enough. I'm just curious, you know. That's the way I am. Let me take one last look at the caterpillar. Look at that. Such a wonderful, nice looking, cool ship. I definitely want one of those. I rented it so I can take it out for a spin or two, but I'm not sure whether you can join me for that. Perhaps. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Well, I'm going to go back and take a nap and then get back to work. I hope that I will see you later. Alright? Where did he go? That was... Wow, that was incredible fast. He just disappeared. Can't you think of it? He just appears out of the thin air. Oh well, maybe it's my imagination taking off with me right now. There's, of course, a perfectly good, reasonable explanation for this. Yes, of course there is. Let me go back and take a nap.